if you want to set up a secure folder or private folder on POCO F8 Pro or POCO F8 Ultra, then unfortunately there is no dedicated option or a dedicated method that simply allows you to create that private space, that separated environment where you can privately store data. However, we have some alternatives. For example, we can use the Files app by Google. This is of course the file manager where we can access pretty much every file that we have on our phone. This includes images, videos, audio files, documents, and some other stuff as well. And in here we have the save folder, which can be used to, of course, privately store these files that you wish to hide and lock behind a password. So we're gonna tap on the save folder and we're gonna set up a password. In my case, I'm just gonna use a simple pattern. Of course, we need to enter the same password twice in order to confirm, and let's press got it. And then we have the save folder created. Now, in order to move something to the save folder, first we need to find the file that we wish to hide. So let's say I'm gonna go over here and let's say I want to hide some of these images. So I can, let's say, press and hold my finger on the first file in order to select it. Then I can select some more data that I want to hide, tap on these three dots in the upper right corner, and then we have move to save folder. So we're gonna select it. Of course, we need to enter the password in order to confirm, and there we go. Now, of course, in order to access these files, we just have to open the save folder, and there we go. We can easily find them, we can easily open these files, and so on and so forth. But of course, this method has one drawback that might be quite essential for some people, and that is that we cannot really hide apps like that. We cannot really put an app into the save folder. So instead of using the Files app, well, maybe not instead of, but in addition to the Files app, we can store apps privately by simply locking them and hiding them. And in order to, of course, hide an app, we can open the security app first. Now we can scroll down a little bit, and there is a chance that you will find the hide app option here in common features, but if not, then we can scroll all the way down and then swipe up in order to open the toolbox. And over here in toolbox, we can find the hide apps option. Now, in here, you should be able to easily hide any app that should be stored privately. So let's say we're gonna hide Instagram. Over here, we can also see how we can access these hidden apps. So we need to spread two fingers apart. We can tap got it. And let's say we're gonna also hide this LinkedIn app as an example. But also, if you tap on this setting icon in the upper right corner, we can also use ID verification, which in this case uses the privacy protection password. In my case, I have already created my privacy protection password. In your case, you will have to set it up, but that is not an issue at all. It is fairly simple. So now if we go back to the home screen, and if I spread two fingers apart, I need to enter the password, and there we go, I have hidden apps. Of course, we can also duplicate these apps. So if you wish to have one app visible normally in the app drawer, for example, or the home screen, and you want to also have the same app but stored privately, hidden, then of course you can duplicate the app first, and then you can hide it. And in order to duplicate an app, we can let's say go back to the security app again, and in here you can also find the dual apps option. So in this case, I'm gonna actually duplicate Instagram over here. Then we can of course do the same thing with the LinkedIn. Of course, not every app supports the dual app feature, but most apps actually do. And let's actually go back to the hide apps option as well. And then in here, of course, I can disable these apps that I had because these are the normal versions. Here we can see that I have these cloned versions as well, so I can hide clones instead, and I can easily hide these. So as I can see, there are many different workarounds that you can use, and there's actually one more thing that I want to mention. Once again, in security app, you should be able to find the second space, which technically you can actually treat it fully as the secure folder, but I think it is slightly less convenient to use because it creates like second let's call it like a desktop. I'm not sure how to actually call it. It's just space, right? So maybe you can actually treat it as a secure folder, but it requires you to actually properly set it up, which might not be a big deal, but essentially this can work too. In this case, you have everything separated. You can even set up a completely different wallpaper because you have like a completely separated home screen, let's say, completely separated data, and so on and so forth. So you can give this a try as well. And that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching, leave a like and subscribe.